Ripple's $1.25 billion move changes everything. XRP back on the radar. We're watching one of the biggest institutional pivots in crypto play out, and it's not about Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's XRP. And it's happening fast. Two major events just dropped. The first leveraged XRP ETF is live, and Ripple just acquired prime broker Hidden Road for $1.25 billion. That's not just news, that's infrastructure being built brick by brick for a different kind of future. Start with the ETF. A leveraged XRP fund getting approval? That's not retail hype. That's regulatory greenlighting of XRP as a mature, liquid asset. Leveraged ETFs don't exist for memes or FOMO. They exist because serious money wants capital-efficient access to an asset they believe is structurally sound. Hedge funds, quant desks, high-frequency trading firms, these players don't care about Twitter narratives. They care about volume, volatility, and liquidity depth. If a leveraged product on XRP just got the go-ahead, that means the market plumbing underneath it is strong enough to handle real institutional strategies, derivatives, long-short, hedging, arbitrage. That's the kind of upgrade XRP has never had in its market structure until now. This is the financialization of XRP at the highest level. This is how capital flows scale. And then there's Ripple's Hidden Road acquisition. Quietly one of the most strategic moves in crypto history. Because Hidden Road isn't just another brokerage, it's prime infrastructure. If you know, you know. This is the back end for hedge funds, market makers, OTC desks, plugged into every major liquidity venue globally. They don't advertise. They don't need to. The top players in traditional finance already use them to access deep markets with low latency. And now Ripple owns that pipeline. Ripple didn't just buy a brokerage, they bought the rails that move serious money. This puts Ripple at the center of institutional crypto liquidity. Pair that with their custody arm Medico, their upcoming USD-backed stablecoin, and the XRP Ledger's native settlement engine, and you're looking at a full-stack financial platform. They're not building a coin. They're building the rails for the next phase of digital finance. Now pair that with Ripple's existing stack. Custody via Medico, payments and tokenization through the XRPL, and a stablecoin about to launch. With Hidden Road, they're no longer just a payments company. They're a full-stack institutional finance provider. Think about this. Ripple now controls custody, liquidity, payment rails, settlement infrastructure, and stablecoin issuance. That's Circle, Coinbase Prime, and Euroclear rolled into one vertically integrated powerhouse. And none of it is hypothetical. It's live, regulated, and rapidly onboarding institutional players. And all of it is plugging directly into the XRP Ledger. This isn't just synergy, it's financial architecture. This changes the XRP narrative entirely. It's no longer the token people argued about on crypto Twitter for cross-border remittances or day trading upside. That chapter's closed. What we're looking at now is a full-spectrum, institutional-grade financial backbone on-chain. Real-time foreign exchange settlement between banks, tokenized treasuries, bonds, or private credit traded seamlessly across borders. Stablecoins issued, managed, and redeemed with near-zero friction. All of that is being wired into the XRPL with the tools institutions actually use. The leveraged ETF gives XRP credibility. Not with traders, but with allocators. Pension funds, family offices, hedge funds, entities that don't just want exposure, they want products with volume, compliance, and hedging support. The Hidden Road acquisition gives those allocators prime brokerage access. Deep liquidity, margin solutions, risk tools, and execution channels already trusted by top-tier traditional finance. That's how real capital moves. And when it comes time to settle, they're not using an off-chain workaround. They're using the XRP Ledger, a network that's not only fast and efficient, but now backed by the infrastructure stack Ripple owns end-to-end. This is no longer about what XRP might become. This is about what Ripple is already building. And what they're building isn't just a network. It's a digital financial system designed for scale, compliance, and capital markets integration. Let's zoom in. The ETF. Leveraged ETFs are a capital-efficient way for institutions to take directional exposure without tying up too much capital. When we're talking about a 2x XRP ETF, every 1% move in XRP gets amplified, making it a 2% move in the fund. For funds that are running short-term momentum strategies, volatility harvesting, or basis trades, this is the type of product that offers the precision and scale they need to move serious capital in and out of the market with speed. But here's the key point. This product doesn't get the green light from regulators unless they have confidence in the underlying asset's market health. That's not just about price appreciation, it's about liquidity, stability, and solid, functioning order books. You don't get a leveraged product approved unless the underlying asset is trading with enough depth and consistency to absorb the moves a leveraged product creates. XRP's market has reached that point. It's liquid, stable, and institutional grade. XRP has the infrastructure in place. And once you have a leveraged product, the next logical step is derivatives. We're talking options, then futures, and then structured products like swaps or total return swaps. This is how a full derivatives market gets built. Each product adding layers of complexity, sophistication, and trading volume. Institutions will use these products not just for speculation, but for risk management, arbitrage, and even portfolio diversification. This leveraged ETF is just step one. But don't mistake that for a small move. This is the foundation of what could become a massive market infrastructure for XRP. The derivatives market around XRP is about to go vertical, and the door has officially opened. What's coming next will build on this momentum. Now let's talk hidden road. Prime Brokerage is the backbone of institutional trading. It provides access to liquidity, margin financing, and consolidated clearing. It's what lets funds execute across 10 exchanges and settle in one place. Without it, institutions don't scale. Hidden Road already services major hedge funds, HFTs, and OTC desks. It integrates with custodians like Fireblocks and BitGo. It routes orders through deep liquidity pools. And it gives clients leverage. Ripple just bought the pipes. That means any institutional client working with Ripple can now custody assets, access liquidity, route trades, manage collateral, and settle all inside the Ripple ecosystem. And that ecosystem is about to get a native stablecoin. Ripple's dollar-backed stablecoin, when launched, will likely be supported by Hidden Road's infrastructure. That means institutions could use Ripple's stablecoin to settle trades, manage FX exposure, or provide liquidity in DeFi protocols built on XRPL. And don't forget tokenized assets. Ripple has been quietly pushing tokenization of real-world assets on XRPL. That includes everything from CBDCs to money market funds. With Hidden Road, those assets now have a path to institutional liquidity. We're watching the XRPL evolve from a remittance ledger into a financial supernetwork. One that combines custody, liquidity, payments, derivatives, and stablecoins. This isn't retail hype. This is infrastructure. So what's next? We're about to see new corridors open up, corridors that go way beyond just cross-border payments. Think real-time FX trading, tokenized treasury settlements, and even repo markets on-chain. Everything from the biggest institutional trades to the most intricate financial operations, running seamlessly through XRPL rails. Ripple's not just building a payment network. They're laying the foundation for a new class of digital finance. Asset managers, market makers, and banks, those traditional giants of finance, are going to start onboarding into this ecosystem, looking for blockchain rails that don't come with Ethereum's gas fees or Bitcoin settlement delays. They're looking for efficiency, scalability, and most importantly, low friction. That's exactly what XRP and the XRPL offer. It's the kind of infrastructure that allows these institutions to move large sums with speed, reliability, and minimal cost. And don't forget, XRP's ledger is already known for its low transaction fees and near-instant settlement times. These are the rails that big money needs. And here's the game changer. Because of the ETF, we're going to start seeing institutional reports where XRP is mentioned right alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not because of short-term price action, but because of the underlying market structure. The sophistication, the liquidity, the robustness. It's not speculative hype. It's real infrastructure, built for institutional use. That's the narrative shift. That's the alpha here. XRP is becoming the go-to asset for institutions that need real, functioning infrastructure, not just price swings. The world of digital finance isn't about what the asset does in the short term. It's about the real-world applications, and XRP is positioning itself at the very heart of those operations. Ripple isn't playing the retail game. They're not out there launching NFTs or meme coins to chase hype. They're building something far more substantial, the kind of financial infrastructure that regulators understand and that institutions rely on. Medico handles custody, Hidden Road brings prime services, and the XRPL settles the trades. Ripple's stablecoin acts as the unit of account. All of this together, it's BlackRock meets Circle, but on-chain. This is how you onboard Wall Street. While short-term price movements might take a backseat for now, the structure is what leads the way. Infrastructure always precedes mass adoption. And the approval of the leveraged ETF and Ripple's $1.25 billion acquisition of Hidden Road aren't just headlines. They're clear signals that the rails for a much larger institutional system are being put into place right now. So, when people ask what's happening with XRP, this is it. It's not a meme rally. It's not a short squeeze. This is real institutional-grade infrastructure being built in real time. And XRP? It's at the center of it. Stay sharp because this is where the smart money is moving. This is Be Crypto Smart.